You like power bottoms, I like power bottoms. They've truly revolutionized the game, but some of you think I'm done. That's wishful thinking, simply theoreticals. Now is the time for action. We must return to the promised land. Every power bottom in Fallout 4. Okay, let's do this one last time. A power bottom is basically a bottom, which is a sexual position in which you get it inserted in you, whether it be a woman with a wooden one or a man with a real one. It really doesn't matter. You're getting butt fucked either way, and you're gonna like it. But that's just a bottom. What makes a power bottom, well, powerful? Well, power is subjective, but not in this video. Being powerful for a bottom is pretty much just having a strong sense of domination, especially in the bedroom, good amounts of leadership, basically just leading the battalion, and a powerful presence. It sounds kind of weird, but trust me, you'll start seeing a theme. Now, I'm sure you've already forgotten my definition of a power bottom, so let's just get started. Oh boy, starting off strong, we might just have the most controversial character in the franchise. Preston Garvey is fucking despised by a good 90% of the fan base. However, that 10% is basically a cult. Now, it's unclear on whether or not the 10% want to have sex with him, but I do, so we can still discuss. Now, Preston is a powerful fucking NPC. Hell, maybe the most powerful we've ever discussed. Not because of his skill in combat or influence, but because of the power of infinity. Yes, Fallout 4 did it first. Preston Garvey is the honored one. He's able to give you an infinite amount of quests and can never die, making him comically powerful. Furthermore, you can't really say no to him if you're siding with the Minutemen, which is like 90% of runs in Fallout 4, further adding to his domination levels. Which is funny because Preston is number 2, which is really more of a service top position, but let's face it, the sole survivor is a strategically placed figurehead. In addition to Preston's great power, he also masks it behind a facade of being a nice, well-mannered companion. So Preston Garvey is a power bottom. The crossover nobody wanted, but everyone needed. The Clanker video x the power bottom video? He's lost his mind! K.L.E.O from Good Neighbor, on the surface, seems like kind of an absolute top. But when you keep in mind that she's a mindless clanker who has no free will, much like humanity, but that's a video for another day, K.L.E.O has literally every tool needed to rip you limb from limb, and you'll enjoy it too. However, since she's a dirty clanker, then she'll pull a fisto and just assume the position for you, which is a power bottom mentality, especially the ripping you apart part. As far as Nuka World raiders go, finding a meek, non-hard drug using, quiet person is a fucking monumentous task, and I can't really name anyone who meets this criteria better than William Black, who is the second in command to the operators from Nuka World, acting as the assistant to his girl, who may or may not peg him, so there's bonus points there. Billy Black being second in command to the objectively best gang in Nuka World already gives him more power than most people who get pegged. And some dialogue have Billy showing an arguably powerful amount of bossiness, especially when you insult his girl, who I'm just learning now is his sister? Okay, I don't like incest, but I don't like admitting when I'm wrong either. So, this doesn't change anything, I think? And William has the bottom mentality to a T. He's a very meek and quiet character who has the resources to become a massive threat, however, chooses not to because he's a bottom. But the power is still there, so some would say William Black is a power bottom. Arthur Maxon is probably one of the more obvious ones here. Like, upon first meeting him, you can tell he's got something up his ass. A penis isn't out of the question anyways, because rumor in the playground, at least as far as a member from my Discord, Divide Walker, says, Maxon and Dance are in a relationship. An intense, sexual relationship. The classic power bottom service top relationship. Much like me and my channel, Maxon is the power bottom. and he's in the position of power, and also a bottom. While Dance is a big, strong, chivalrous man coming to save the day and make Maxon have an organism. To some who don't know ball, Maxon doesn't seem like a power bottom. However, it is extremely closeted, much like my own sexuality. So, closeted or not, Arthur Maxon is a power bottom. Yes, this is Liberty Prime, and yes, this is the second video in the past month where I'm talking about cracking him. But can you really blame me? Liberty Prime is hung like a horse. We all know that. However, unfortunately, due to unexplainable shenanigans and a thorough inspection of Prime's bumhole, I see no hole. So, this is all under the assumption that Liberty Prime has a hole to stick it in. Now, I still stand by what I said like 2 months ago. It's far easier to make a hole than to make a cock. Now, it is harder now since what is supposed to be Prime's ass is made out of titanium. But we'll pull through for the greater good. Now, Liberty Prime is powerful. Quite powerful. He throws nukes. How fucking powerful do you think he is? And while not seeming very patriotic at first, being a bottom is one of the most supportive things you can do. Whether it be for your significant other or your country, taking it in the ass shows you care. So I think Liberty Prime would take it up the butt if it meant preserving democracy. He would take it up the butt for America. Wouldn't you? God bless America. When it comes to pure, unrefined mental power, there is no character that slings it around quite like Trashcan Carla. She's like the Waffle House of Fallout. Like, whenever Sanctuary is under attack, she still stands there, motionless, and gives me the stink eye. Fuck, the Rapture could be happening right now, and Carla would still be down to trade. This amount of not giving a shit, while seemingly nihilistic at first glance, couldn't be farther from that, as it's all just a part of her iron will. Joshua Graham, who? Trashcan Carla is by far the most powerful character of the video, and her bottoming also comes from the not giving a shit part, as when you're that much of an icon and a baddie as Carla, I'm willing to break the rules for you. So Trashcan Carla is the bottom to end all bottoms. Gang, let's be so for real. Do you guys really want me to talk about Alan Lee? God damn it. Thank God I love you guys. So, Alan Lee, if you don't know, is kind of an asshole. But worse off, a stupid asshole. He basically acts all tough and high and mighty when it comes to mainlanders, but when those same mainlanders come to his store and are willing to spend money, he becomes a complete pushover, making Alan perhaps the most spineless power bottom of all time. He only makes it on the list because of Fallout 4's extreme power bottom drought. Alan is the worst kind of power bottom, one who folds under pressure. And that is a situation where you really don't want to fold under pressure. So yeah, there's not much to say. It's fucking Alan Lee. What else do I gotta say? Okay, I didn't want to end the video off at a low point with Alan Lee, so we got X688, who yeah, you must think, isn't a power bottom. But here's where you're wrong. X688 is a courser from the Institute, who are all widely feared across the Commonwealth, and X688, specifically, is portrayed to be a cold-hearted killer, literally just being the Terminator. But he's also a companion, meaning he'd take it up the ass for us. And it doesn't end there, as when you turn Fallout 4 into a dating simulator and build a relationship with X688, not a romantic one, unless you mod the game, you guys grow closer as he opens up more. The once cold-hearted robot that you once knew begins to die, being replaced by a slightly less cold and slightly less evil robot who's also a power bottom now? So yes, X688, with the right amount of love and care, can become a power bottom. Now, Porter Gage is most certainly a power bottom, like textbook definition of one. In the Nuka World DLC from Fallout 4, you become king shit of Nuka World after like an hour of gameplay. All because of Gage. He was the previous leader Coulter's right-hand man, so naturally, Gage would be the new boss after Coulter dies, right? No. That's not who Gage is. He's a bottom in every sense of the word, as he actively chooses to be number 2. He actively chooses to be in the shadow of the overboss, like a true Luigi. So Gage is a bottom. We all know that. But the thing is, he possesses a substantial amount of power as well, as in Nuka World, you really aren't in charge. Everything you have to do in Nuka World comes from Gage. He's the guy in the chair, while you're the one who looks pretty for all the cameras. You literally have no free will. If you were really in charge, then you could do stuff like make the gangs breed for your entertainment. But you can't for some reason. And the game just deprives you of actual leader-like options like that. So, by letting a figurehead like the sole survivor take charge, Gage has all of the power while still being in a position of dominee. Think of Porter Gage as like J.D. Vance, including the part where he sticks his hand up your ass. This one is actually really accurate. Shout out to, once again, Divide Walker in my Discord for this one. He made a really good point. Well guys, that about does it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked the video or learned anything, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and start a war in the comments. Now, this video was a genuine struggle because, well, Fallout 4 is not a very power bottom central game. That's where New Vegas falls. In Fallout 4, they tried to keep everyone happy and didn't take risks. They played it safe, took away a lot of your choices, and it just takes a very submissive point of view from a gameplay perspective. You don't do blatantly evil things for yourself. You're supposed to be the good guy, playing into their narrative, Bethesda's narrative, and, well, that's why the biggest power bottom of all is Bethesda themselves. Huge thank you to everyone in my Discord server for just helping me discuss characters for this video. If they didn't, then this video probably would be a lot shorter, so huge thanks to them again. Don't forget to join the Discord server so you can discuss power bottoms as well. Once again, thank you for making it to the end of this video. Your view, like, comment, and subscribe are all much appreciated, and help bring the world closer to a new age. Since Fallout 4 is much more of a service-top centralized game, if this video gets 500 likes, then I'll make a service-top video for Fallout 4, and if not, then I won't. Anyways, my time is coming. God bless the Enclave. God bless America. Power Noodle signing off.